when it comes to Battlefield 6, there's also a rumor coming in. I wrote this down here. According to Modern Warzone and his sources, Battlefield 6's BR will reportedly be launching at the end of October, around the 28th. It's expected to be free to play. And this would, of course, be coming out about 2 weeks plus before the launch of BO7. And also, yes, John, I would like to get Noisy Butters on the podcast. That'd be great. Absolutely. How do you feel about this possibility where Battlefield 6 just blows its entire load before BO7's even out?
Yeah,
what do you think happens?
That's an interesting. I would not have expected the Battle Royale to release within a month after the base game comes out. I'm not sure if they're like, you know what, we're just gonna fully try and juice this, or they're maybe not that confident in the longevity of the base game. Who knows? Who knows why? I would have thought at least like you're talking like, or like January, February. Like I think that would have been that's where my guess would have been. But the game releases on the 10th. Your Battle Royale comes out the 28th, 18 days later. That's a pretty that's not a lot of time in between those two dates. And I saw a lot of people saying like, you know, it'll be cooked for Warzone, and I don't know. I kind of feel like you would have had to release Battle Royale after like Warzone's integration and stuff for it to kind of like stomp it out. You know what I mean?
Right.
But now they're going to throw everything out there before BO7's even out. BO7's going to come out. It's going to have its month buffer time before the Warzone integration comes in. And then, you know, is Battlefield 6 gonna have like what does the update timeline look like for Battlefield 6? Like in terms of the seasonal structure, like how are they gonna keep that fresh? And I've already seen mixed reception on the Battle Royale via the leaked BF Labs gameplay.
Is that still public or did it get striked?
It's getting striked, yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah.
I'll pull that up.
Yeah, but
they're actually striking on Twitter too?
I think so. I think someone got his account suspended.
Oh. Like the old days, man. Like the old COD days.
Yeah, EA's not.
They're not playing games here, dude.
Yeah, Activision let up, and EA is still going for it.
Yeah, I could actually understand why EA is like very cautious about that, because if the reception's already kind of like that's not looking good for them.
And it is like it just looks like
generic. Or I've seen like a couple clips, but I
watched a little bit of it, and I saw people were pretty upset. There's tanks in it.
Why wouldn't there be though? It's Battlefield.
I know, that's what I mean.
It's like, well, people are like, why is Battlefield BR feel like Battlefield? It's like, yeah, it's not meant to be Warzone.
I think my take on Battlefield 6, it looks great, it's fun, it's going to be a good game, but I feel like a lot of the hate are people, or even a lot of the hate towards COD are just people that just need anything to latch onto to just say COD's bad. And it's like, whatever. We've seen that through how many different games. Like like X Defiant was the big one. People are like, oh, you should just cover X Defiant. Like, COD's dead. I'm like, well,
sure.
Yeah, you know, we've seen this time and time again. And,
yeah.
You know, I think EA is a little bit of a different monster, but or maybe not, because like Ubisoft, EA, like I don't know.
Well, I mean, it makes you wonder if, like, that's why the rumors kept popping up that Black Ops 7 is going to release early. Does Activision want to drop the game as early as they can because they want the Warzone update to come out to try to compete with this? But I feel like there's just no connection here at all. I think Battlefield may or may not want to drop everything before BO7 comes out because they feel like that's their best chance to shine without worrying about the competitor just yet. Whereas I think Activision is just going to go on with the routine. I saw some folks saying, oh, well, it makes sense for dropping the BR that soon because COD does it as well. And I'm like, yeah, but whenever the Warzone update drops, like 3-4 weeks after the main premium COD does, that's because it's an update to the existing Warzone. Battlefield 6 BR doesn't exist yet, period. So it's a bit of a different story where they're coming out with it now. COD just updates Warzone, you know, with Season 1. It's not like they're releasing a whole new application, a whole new experience we've never seen before. It's a little bit different.
And even to be, you know, sort of critical of Warzone, I think a lot of that, I think a lot of Warzone's success and startup was because of COVID. That Warzone released at the perfect time in history for it to become, you know, as popular as it was back in lockdown. Because it released March 10th, and then 3 days later the lockdowns hit.
How did that, dude? That was timed
that is like,
ridiculously. I can't believe that.
so in, in a way, I kind of agree, or I kind of think that it was more so the timing that helped Warzone more than the game actually being good, because I really didn't like Warzone 1.
Mhm.
And I'm sure you kind of feel the same. I know you still played it, but like
I was mixed because I wasn't into MW19, so I'm like, you're just
Exactly.
you're playing more Modern Warfare when you played Warzone 1
but
for a while.
but Warzone came out at
Yeah, it was perfect.
the perfect time to just to have all those players from lockdown. You know, it's free Call of Duty. You never heard that before.
Yeah, when have you ever heard that? Right.
And
right,
lockdown just hit. That was like a perfect point in time that will probably never be replicated again. And I don't think October 28th is going to replicate that exact time.
We'll see.
Who knows?
I see this comment in chat from 423 said BO6 was a Warzone killer, and honestly, it didn't need to be. I think the weirdest thing is that we don't know why Warzone took a turn the way it did with Black Ops 6. Only thing I could think of is that Ravens were working on campaign, and they lost some devs. Ted Timmons also departed. There was layoffs, so trying to put the pieces together here in my head just to have an understanding, but I'm hoping that because Raven doesn't have to work on another campaign for who knows how many years, they could just full send solid Warzone updates so that mode could stay alive throughout Black Ops 7, because right now it's just a case of like, okay, the BO6 Warzone integration happened, Omni movement got added, sure, I think it played all right, it still wasn't like, I think as good as MW3 Warzone, it lost some quality of life features, made a huge comeback with Season 3, the return of Verdansk, and then ever since then it's just kind of been very minimal. It just got real minimal support and content. And I think Season 5's launch update was great. You had several blueprint Easter eggs. It felt like classic Warzone again as far as like the replayability and the rewards. But Warzone just should be so much bigger than it is. And it just hasn't been. So I'm hoping BO7's a big step up. I'm also curious about like, COD Next. They're going to end up revealing the next Warzone map, right? If it is Liberty Falls Resurgence, I'll be one of those guys like, yeah, let's fucking go, baby. Like a zombie map is a Warzone map. I'm fucking like, I love that. I love the presence of zombies in other modes, but your Warzone demons, your comp players, your celebrity streamers, your ranked folks and those sweats, they're probably gonna be like, "What's Liberty Falls? Zombies, huh? Oh, this map's Resurgence only. I'm not gonna play it." And it's just gonna stain. It's gonna hurt the rep for the map, and it's gonna hurt the PR. I think for a while.
Yeah,
so
like Area 99, Area 99,
rip, man.
Is I don't think we're ever gonna see that map again. Sadly,
yeah.
Because I feel like if there was a time to add it back, it would be like Season 5 Reloaded with the Nuketown block party event. Like that would be kind of cool.
I know. Oh my god, that would have been perfect, dude.
That would have been awesome. But I feel like Warzone backed themselves in a corner where they listened to what the community wanted, and then they got all that, and then the community only wants to play that. But if you add anything new, it's like, dude, what are you doing? You're ruining Warzone, like whatever.
So that they add nothing,
and then you add nothing, and then they're lazy, and Warzone's not getting any content. So it's like they backed themselves into this corner where you just can't win with Warzone. Aside from a whole bunch of just how Warzone works, like I feel like they need to just create like a weapon pool as opposed to being able to use any weapon.
Well, Fortnite does that.
Exactly.
Yeah, with like the wraps and all that, they still let you use all your shit.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like for any AR class, you just have your weapon camo on it, and regardless of the weapon pool, if you pick up an AR, it'll have that skin on it.
That's pretty cool, actually. That's actually pretty. I'm surprised COD hasn't actually gone that route, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of need a weapon pool that would, one, that would make balancing a lot easier, I think, because you're only going to balance the weapon pool instead of every single gun.
Yeah,
going back to 2022. And a lot of these guns are kind of useless anyway, so it's like, why are they even in here?
Well, shout out to Donuts the Goat. He said, I feel like BR games are just so much more intense than the normal arcade style of COD MP, which leads to faster burnout of the mode. That's a really good point, too. That's a really good point. But hey, Donuts, hope to see you in Liberty Falls Resurgence, if that is the map, man. We're going to hunt some Easter eggs with Season 1 in December. That's what I'm assuming, at least. I'm pumped for that. I know John was when we talked to Buddy Dalek on that other podcast.
Yeah.
That rumor is really exciting for zombie fans.
I feel like there's a very small percentage of people that are excited for it, and that's already bad news.
Right.
I'm excited for it. I think this will be pretty good. You gotta have some really good Easter eggs on that. There's just no way you don't do that.
You can't not do.
We talked about this before, but people are like, they're making a zombie map into a Warzone map. It's like, yeah, what do you play every single day? Rebirth Island, which is Mob of the Dead.
Or Verdansk, yeah.
Well, I'm talking about zombies.
You're talking about zombies. Okay, I got you.
Alcatraz Island.
Right.
So I think that's funny where it's like, oh, why would we ever want to play a zombies map? It's like you
are playing one every day.
Yeah, you load up Rebirth every day. So that's why I'm like, I have hope it's gonna be good, but at the same time, people are gonna be like, we want Rebirth back. We want Rebirth back.
Someone wrote, I like that Warzone isn't being focused right now. They can come back stronger with Warzone in later years, but for BO7 as a whole, should be the main focus to bring it to what it was. That's fine, but like BO6 wasn't a good example of that because zombies did get some pretty strong updates. Sure, but like multiplayer, I think hasn't been in the best spot, especially with the matchmaking, some of the map selection, some of the reuse modes. Like MP wasn't exactly shining through and through, while Warzone wasn't. Right? I think zombies actually got probably the best support for most of Black Ops 6.
Yes, I agree. I think zombies was the best updated mode of Black Ops 6. I think I don't think that's even controversial either.
You want to know something? I don't want this to happen, but you know what I think will happen is if the cheater issue spreads to Battlefield 6 BR, that might actually take some weight off of the Warzone controversy a bit, where then instead of folks being like, oh, it's just Activision, it's just the Ricochet, then people start to realize, hey, maybe these cheaters are just so sophisticated that they're clowning on these anti-cheats because they're coming up with new methods and new shit every other week. Well, so it might spread the conversation to the point where people are starting to wake up and realize, hey, maybe people are just losers and just keep finding these new strats to break the fucking game, and it's spreading to like other major IPs.
Yeah, like I know games like Apex. Apex is has a really bad cheating problem from what I've seen. I've seen a lot of comp people tweet about that, and in my experience, I've played a lot of ranked. I got the Crimson. I ran into like one, maybe two hackers across 3 months of playing ranked.
Wow.
So I see these tweets, and not to say these people are lying, but compared to my experience, I don't know what to think. I see some people tweeting out, I played one game and I saw 15 cheaters in one game.
What bracket are you in, brother? That's all I want to know.
And
how good are you as a player?
I played for 3 months in ranked, playing pretty well.
You do play well, yeah.
And I ran into maybe one, maybe two. So I don't really understand that, but
that's crazy, man.
Not to say that it's not happening. Obviously, there's cheaters, like clearly,
right?
But yeah, who knows? Maybe it's like an engine thing where easier for Call of Duty to be hacked, and maybe the what I forget what the javelin anti-cheat for Battlefield 6.
It's a good name.
Will that
be
hold
enough?
up? Yeah, there was already clips going viral of people hacking in the BF6 beta, so see what happens when
Deathmonk, who's always in chat, keeps reminding us that he got hacked on quite a few times playing multiplayer, so that's wild for Battlefield 6. Ben was asking in chat if we think the new Warzone map is Liberty Falls. Well, that's just the rumors from the usual insiders, and I think some other data miners corroborated that. I don't know. I don't know anything about Warzone. They didn't tell us anything at the event that could be shared.